If you have an ego, it comes in the way of really taking ownership. There are no bad teams, only bad leaders. To be a role model as a leader, there are 2 or 3 things that you need. What is the price of leadership? One such price is extreme ownership. I remember in the early 1990s, I was a rookie consultant in the city of Kolkata, working for an organization called Aisher. It was Durga Puja time, and the local Durga Puja committee came to our office asking for donations. We figured that if we were to pool some money and pay a donation, the total amount those days would come to about 500 rupees. When we tried giving this money, the Durga Puja committee was offended. They said, "You are a corporate. Our minimum rate for corporates is 5,000 rupees. We tried explaining to them that Aisher does not have a policy of donating for any pujas or any such events. However, since we stay in the community, we would love to donate in our individual capacity." They threatened us. One of them said, "We will close down your business in Kolkata." At that point in time, the youngest member in our team, Nachiket, he came out of the room with a set of keys and he said, "These are the keys to the front door lock. Let us all go out and you can lock the door and we will report that our office has been locked because we could not pay the donation." The Durga Puja committee was astounded. "But you haven't even talked to your head office in Delhi." We said, "That's not required because we know that they have closed down an entire plant in Haryana because a political party wanted donations, and that plant was closed for almost a month till employees union and others started protesting." How did a 21-year-old young rookie consultant working for the Aisher group get the courage to actually tell the local Durga Puja committee that we are going to close down our office? That led me to think about how do some organizations, and Aisher for sure those days was one such organization, develop such strong ownership. And I came to a few conclusions. Conclusion number 1, the leader takes accountability. One of the biggest mistakes I made in my career was a time when we had a collaboration with another company. And for some reason, our team could not deliver our part of the bargain. And as is usually the case in such situations, they had a plethora of reasons why the other party did not keep their commitment. I met the CEO of our partner organization and I told him that I'm very unhappy with my own team and I'm planning to change our team leader. Later, I came back to my office. I called that team leader, narrated to her my conversation with the CEO of the partner company. She was traumatized and she told me something which I remember till today. She said, "If you are unhappy with my performance, it's your job as my CEO to give me feedback. But it is not acceptable that you speak to the CEO of another organization and you blame me, your team member, for our team not delivering on our commitment. I took a very long time to get out of that feeling of disappointment with myself. And that's when I realized that all great leaders have one thing in common. They might be taskmasters, they might be very caring, it doesn't matter. When it comes to their team, they never ever say things like, oh, so and so did it. They take accountability for the work of their team. There are no bad teams, only bad leaders. Time and again we have found, I was working in a bank, that the lowest productive branch, the one with highest attrition, the moment you change the manager, things start to change. To be a role model as a leader, there are 2 or 3 things that you need. One of them is, do you believe in the mission? Do you believe in the purpose, even when others are reluctant to believe in that? When we started Great Place to Work, the first thing I did was buy a whiteboard, and I just wrote one line on top of the whiteboard saying, goal to work with 1,000 organizations every year. For a startup with barely 2.5 people, it was an audacious goal. Nobody believed us. But we kept on staring at that goal year after year after year, till we reached a time when we crossed 1,000 companies. Initially, people didn't believe in what we said was our goal, but not for a moment did I lose faith in that particular goal. To be a role model, you have to get rid of your ego. There was a time when we were doing a presentation to one of our large clients, and the client gave me a feedback that the quality of my presentation was not up to the standard. I had to go back and figure out how to design a good presentation and not really agonize over the fact that it was not the CEO or the HR head who was giving me this feedback. It was somebody who was reporting to somebody who was reporting to the HR head. If you have an ego, it comes in the way of really taking ownership. I am reminded of a lyric which many people know. In Hindi it says, "Jo wada kiya ho nibhana parega." Owner mindset is something that you experience 24/7. It is not something that you can say, I am going to demonstrate between 9 to 5 or 10 to 6.